If you're tired of not making progress and you're ready to be the artist you know you're meant to be, you're in the right place. You're listening to the Singer's Path podcast. The Path, or Performing Artists Training Hub, will cover everything, including singing tips that actually work, advice from top industry professionals, and life-changing mindset shifts. Out with the starving artist and in with the thriving artist. I'm your host, Sarah Bishop, professional singer, actor, educator, and entrepreneur. I'm not afraid to speak the truth and stop the gatekeeping of quality information so you can actually become the artist you dream of being. So let's get on the path, shall we? Even though we're all on our own journeys, it always helps to have a guide.
Hello. Welcome back to the Singer's Path podcast. It's me, your host, Sarah Bishop. We're on a marathon here, recording on live, bringing you a very special 4-part series where we're answering the most asked questions that singers have. Dire questions. The last 2 parts, very, very compact for me. I mean, talking how much I like to talk. Packed full of information, technical information. The first question, if you've not gone back and listened to parts 1 and 2, the first one being all about breath support. How do you get better breath support? What if someone asks you to have better breath support? What does that mean to do well at that? The whole debunking of singing from your diaphragm and the use of breath. And then the other episode, we talked about resistance and how to not sound airy. How do I not sound like an airy singer, and it had to do with that breath support. Okay. So now we're going to talk about another element to this, and we're just getting more in depth as we go along. And this one is, I get asked a lot, how do I learn to stretch my range? How do I learn to sing higher? And actually, a lot of this is also paired with, how do I know what my voice type is? That's a really big question that people have, because I think we all like to feel like we're part of some community. We like to feel where we belong. We like to feel what's going to, like, I did a whole thing like, what's my color analysis? Like, am I a true spring, or like, I'm a Sagittarius, or like, my human design is generator, or like, there's so many, like your what is it? The like IQ score, or like the personality test. There's so many ways we like to categorize ourselves. And I think it's to find a sense of community and feel understood. So let's address that right off the bat, because then I think it leads really well into like, how do I stretch my range, right? So how do we find our voice type? Okay. Before I say that, if you like anything that I'm putting down, make sure you check out the Discover mini course. This is going to basically teach you to be your own voice teacher. Okay. All the information I'm saying, punch packed, up, ready to go. People fucking love it. People have watched it all over the world. It's helped a lot of fucking people. I hope it helps you. It's a lot of fucking information, very expensive, high quality information at a very accessible price. Done so to help connect with other people and be of service to the best of my ability. So go check that out. The other thing I'll say, unfortunately, if you're listening to the podcast, this time has probably passed. Okay. But if you want to work with me, the window of applying is now. To join group lessons, you can register. This is the only way to work with me at this point. And it's also the most affordable way to work with me and get this type of one-on-one time information. Actually, on the live, I have a student here that's done it who is coming back. So I'm excited to work with them again. Actually, a lot of the students do come back. These are pretty intimate containers. They're very small. And so that's why there's only a couple spots left. If you're listening to this and you're bummed, you're like, fuck, I missed it. Like, where I can't do it this time. Then make sure you join the waitlist and you get the prereq pillars so you're ready to go for next time. Because the one reason why this works so well is that there is a prerequisite. You do have to have the pillar series. The pillar series, again, it basically takes Discover and just deepens everything. And it like gives you all of the information you need to like literally train your voice on your own. But the reason we do that in coordination with group lessons, like you have to have that, is so that everybody's on the same page. I don't want to be like, Ilsa said, I love group lessons. I love group lessons too. I love them so much. I love connecting with you guys. It's just so cool. But the reason the prereq is there, I'm not trying to like take your money. Okay, guys, it's not like, I'm not trying to like paywall you out of not being able to join. Like you have to get, no. The reason is because in order for it to fucking work, you have to be balanced. You have to be doing what's in there. I'm not going to just fucking talk. I'm not going to talk about the same shit. Okay. You have to already know it. You have to already have some idea of what we're talking about so that we can work on your song. Okay. So we can actually like coach you and not have to fucking explain to everybody again. That's why. And that's what works. Everybody, like, people improved a lot. Like, actually shocked me. Like, I actually going into it was like, oh, I don't know if this is going to work. Like, how is this going to be as good as a group or as good as privates? It was. And I think Ilsa can vouch for me. Like, there was some fucking wild transformations we saw in growth. Like, I got emotional about it, actually, in both classes, in both the pro and the intermediate class. It was insane. Anyway, the system works. It's gorgeous. We love each other. Everybody's singing. At the very least, if you just want a spot to sing, worth it. Anyway, that's group lessons. Check it out. Unfortunately, if you're on podcast again, you'll have to join the wait list. But if you're watching this live on TikTok, make sure to go to the link in my bio. You can still register if there's only a couple spots left. I hope to see you there. Make sure you have the prereq. Okay, let's get into what I'm saying. Okay, first of all, let's do voice type. So, my God. Voice type. Okay, like I was saying, everybody likes to know the horoscope. Everybody wants to know what type of voice they are. We kind of unpacked this in another episode. Can't remember. It's been a fever dream of how many episodes I've recorded at this point. But we talked about operatic singing. Oh, it was maybe the breast support one. Was it that one? Maybe it was. Okay, I don't remember. It doesn't matter. One of the reasons why voice types, right? So there's a difference between choral parts. Okay, I know this before someone fucking comes for me. There's a difference between alto, tenor, soprano, bass, like lines on a staff if you're reading choral music, or soprano 1, soprano 2, alto 1, alto 2. I know. Okay. There's a difference between that. So it's like identifying, like, I sing this line. Okay, cool. And then there's a fach, which is a voice like category from studying classical music. And people, to understand the difference, like when I go make these videos, I have a video that's like 6 million fucking views. I don't know how many to let you know how unintended it was for that to be the video that got seen by 6 million people is insane. I'm not even showered, I don't think. I have fucking day-old makeup on. I look wretched. I'm wearing a distinguished young woman green shirt. My hair's all fucked up. Guys, the amount of people that have seen that, I think like 500,000 people have liked it or some shit. It's been insane. Okay, anyway, in this video, I talk about how most people think that they're an alto or they're the wrong vocal part, mostly because they don't want to get through the passaggio. We're going to break down all of what that means, but if you've seen that video and I've triggered you, sorry. It's just, listen, we're going to uncover some fucking facts. And I didn't expect a video that I made very carelessly in my fucking living room to be seen by a fucking percentage of the human population. Okay. So when we're talking about voice type, it's first important, just so you to know, there are two different things. There's fach and then there's fucking choral line. I am kind of talking about a combination of both. I'm talking about whatever you are thinking it is, okay? A lot of you are like, I'm an alto. Like, those are your fucking words, not mine, bitch. And when people come and attack me, well, there's no such thing. Alto's a choral part and contralto's a fach. I'm like, I'm just repeating what you said, okay? I'm just answering the question. Most people want to know if they're an alto or they're a soprano or they're a tenor or they're bass. Okay. Most of the time they're a baritone and they want to be a tenor and they're not. It's so interesting because I feel like the lower voices, the basses and baritones want to be tenors badly. And I think that's mostly because of the fucking range of the songs. But the altos want nothing to do with the sopranos. Nothing to do with the sopranos. They're like, get fucked. No. I'm gonna get flagged on fucking TikTok live for bullying nobody again just by saying coarse language. But literally the altos, and that's why I think the video blew up. And like, I noticed this over the holidays, actually. My husband Kyle has some family that they all sing, so we did karaoke. It was fun. But like, some of them just so vehemently identify as an alto. Well, I can't sing that. I'm not. And this is where we're getting into the question, how do I learn to sing higher and actually feel good about it and not feel like I'm going to crack and die and fucking fold into myself? And this is the part where a true alto, in the term of fach, not just anybody can sing alto line. In fact, I actually recommend it. I recommend that everybody sings every vocal choral line because it's good for your ear. It's good for you. You're a good musician. You can sight read. You can hold harmony. Love that for you. No one's telling you what fucking vocal line to sing in a choral arrangement. Do whatever the fuck you want, okay? Where it gets bad is when you're limiting yourself because you're not allowing yourself to sing this whole other half of your voice because really you're afraid of getting through the passaggio. In the video, I go, a pissa what? And then the text corrects to a pistachio. No. Okay. So that's the first distinction. A true alto, a contralto, very rare. And I believe there's many schools of thought, what determines your actual voice type? It has to do with vocal timbre, fullness, the largeness of the instrument, the size of the folds, right? And the color, the timbre. Basically, where do you sparkle? Where does your voice sound like it could cut over an orchestra? Okay. And where does it feel the fullest and most rich and sound just decadent? Right? Sometimes people will have really warm voices and then they'll have a really high extension or they'll have in the top or the bottom. So again, that's why fach at the end of the day doesn't really matter because we're not trying to cut over fucking orchestras anymore. You have your sound. Your sound's cool. Sing wherever the fuck you want. Okay. We just don't want to limit where and what else you can sing and what else you're capable of, what other colors you can do. Okay. This is another reason why voice teachers are so obsessed with mix and passaggios because it's basically addressing the same thing. It's addressing a lot of people's fear to go higher in their voice. Because what ends up happening, the reason a lot of you feel like you can't sing higher is actually because you feel so unsteady. There is a disruption of your ability to balance muscle and air in a couple pockets of your voice as you get higher. Those are those are the pistachios. Those are the passagios. And another word, if you never heard of passaggio, you're like, what the fuck is that? Okay. Another word for that, the bridge, the break in your voice. Oh, it's right on my break. It's right on my bridge. That's actually when altos they're just fucking, their whole entire personality is identifying with it. It's really, I believe, a reflection of shame and embarrassment. And I know that's a strong statement. Again, I'm not trying to trigger anyone. But I think somewhere along the way, as you tried to go higher in your voice, you actually hit that break in your voice, one of them. And it felt so unsteady and so unsafe and so vulnerable and so weak. It's embarrassing. And it shocked your system. Your system didn't like it. And then you somehow proclaimed in some story that you would never do that again to yourself. And you just couldn't. Or maybe you got fucking mocked or you watched someone get mocked for being squeaky or XYZ reason. And so you self-proclaimed some subconscious story. You went, well, I'm not going to fucking do that to myself anymore. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to sing down here because this feels good. This is speaking. This is easy. This is where I'm comfortable. What you're saying is this is where I'm comfortable, not this is what I'm capable of or sound best on. You don't actually know if you're refusing to use half of your voice, what you sound good on. Okay? Speech over. This is not meant to, I don't give a fuck. Some people are like real altos exist and real. I'm not saying that they don't. I'm just saying you could do more if you wanted. Do what you want. I don't give a fuck. Wait, what do you think I care? People get so pressed. I just care that you know that you're capable of other things too. And now this doesn't always mean higher is always better. I also know we get sensitive because a lot of music is unfairly written kind of high. And that's not fair. That's fucked up. There should be lower stuff. There should be more stuff for you. Yeah, I agree. You're right. But that doesn't mean you can't stretch your voice, okay? You need to do it. Sorry. If you want to be a versatile singer, you want it to be healthy, you got to learn to stretch. So let's go to the second question, which is, how do I learn to sing? How do I learn to sing higher? Well, first step, Make sure you're going to discover, because probably a big reason that you can't sing higher is probably because of a balance issue. Again, singing is the role of opposites. I can't do something, the opposite needs to be addressed. Okay? So doing discover, learning how to balance your voice so your voice feels steady enough to get up higher, right? There's even like head voice exploration stuff in there. But you probably feel like you hit a cap because you feel unsteady at the middle points. Okay? So that's kind of how you sing higher. The other thing we're going to do today is actually very functional. So besides going to watch Discover, which will really give it to you, really help you understand what exactly your voice needs and then what to give it to it, so that the after effect, the cause is identifying what's causing it to be messed up, and you're giving yourself the effect, right? Giving yourself the medicine, the neutralizing thing that will make it work, align it in a way. The other thing we'll talk about are vocal function stretches. Now, what the fuck is that? Okay, vocal function. I'm saying fuck so much today, guys. Sorry. Vocal functions are like little stretches that we can do on the daily that are going to increase our range, stretching over time. That plus balancing work and working through those passaggios so everything starts to feel a little bit more steady, blended, good. All of those are going to help you sing high and strong overall. Okay. But let's give you this functional thing, vocal functions. We could do this a couple ways. We talked about this in a whole SOVT lesson like a week ago when I released this. So we're going to do that blowfish element to that. Okay. So on the live, you're going to put a lot of pressure in your cheeks with a little hole in your mouth. And you're going to put a lot of pressure in there, and you're going to really sing into the front of your cheeks. Okay. There shouldn't be a lot of sound that comes out. Okay. Now, in this vocal function, you're going to do this stretch 3 times. Okay. 3 times one direction. You can, okay, we'll do it boring. Do it 1 time from the bottom, 1 time from the top. Actually, oh God, I'm so tired. 2 a.m. You're going to do 3 times from the bottom, 3 times from the top. Okay. And the goal is to lean into this SOVT so it's easy. And you're just going to try each time. You're going to start a little bit lower and then try to stretch a little bit higher. That's it. Okay. So let's do it together. We're going to do 3 times from the bottom to the top. And oh my God, my voice is so tired. Sorry, it's going to crack. Okay, 2 more. 1 more. Stretch a little lower, a little higher. Those are gentle stretches that are helping your voice get a little thicker and a little thinner. So those are actually ways to like literally stretch your range. But to learn to sing fully through your range, that actually takes balance. Okay, let's do it 3 ways the other direction. So start at the top, come to the bottom. A little higher. 1 more. All right. The final one I like to do is like a little loop-to-loop. Again, if you don't like the blowfish, you can try a different SOVT. That's fine. You can do the fist. You can do something like that. But these little bitty stretches are going to be super helpful. Okay. So this loop-de-loop can help you stretch a little bit more even. So you're going to pretend you're on a roller coaster. Same thing. Start a little lower, start a little higher each time. Again. 1 more. Okay. So those are actually functional stretches, how to stretch your range. If you want ways to actually balance the fuck out of your voice so that we're not afraid of singing high notes anymore and not permanently locked into a range that doesn't go above G, then maybe check out Discover, learn how to help yourself, understand where you're off balance, and how to get on balance. And heck, if you like that, my God, check out Pillars. That shit will actually train it in. Hell, you'll actually be singing higher than you ever thought. Who would have thought? Okay. So Pillars is the way to go. If you like what I'm putting down, I know I'm getting delusionally tired right now, delirious. But if you like what I'm saying, like you're like, oh shit, this like makes sense. And you want to work with me on the TikTok live, you still have the opportunity to do that. You can go to the link in my bio. Go check that out. Okay. You can only sign up until next Friday, January 17th. If you're listening to the podcast after January 17th, you can't join. It's a short enrollment period, but you can join the waitlist and learn next time. Okay. So I really hope you got some help out of this, and I really hope to see you next time. Okay. I'm almost done here with podcasting. Oh my God. But I really love coming on here and giving this information. And I'm really excited for this to take a new form in 2026. We're going to see how that goes. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm patting my cat's butt. I will see you next time. Okay. If you love this episode, leave us a 5-star review, send that screenshot to us, and we'll enter you to win a free lesson. Email it to singerspath@gmail.com. And I really hope to hear from you soon. All right. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.
If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a 5-star written review on Apple Podcasts. This helps me get this information out to more artists all over the world. Let's work together to spread the joys of music. Until next time, I'm your host, Sarah Bishop, signing off from the Singer's Path podcast. Thanks for listening.